Stephen, the game's come thick and fast. Cork City away tomorrow night. The thoughts?
Yeah, it's an important game for us. There's no doubt about that. I think we were disappointed with the last week or 10 days that we've had. You know, you come into those 10-day periods where you've got 5 and 14, and they can make or break your season. And it's not like, from our point of view, we're kicking ourselves. We've missed penalty kicks, we've missed plenty of chances, and we've lost 2 games against Shelbourne and Derry where we've only conceded 1 chance in the game. So we could have, should have, and achieved a lot more points than we did. And you know, to a large degree, we only have ourselves to answer for, really. You know, we must convert the chances that have been presented.
I know you've been consistent on it, and Simon mentioned there to me as well that, you know, you felt you should have got more from the 3 games. Can you put your finger? I know that you feel unlucky as well. Can you put your finger on what went wrong in the 3 games?
Well, they're all different games in isolation. I don't think you can say all the games were the same. We made mistakes in goal. We got punished. I think from our point of view, we've gone from going into that draw of the game and knowing if we won, we went second, and having not lost a game at home in a year, to getting 3 blanks at home, 0-0, 1-0, 1-0. So that's it's been a really poor week for us. But the performance against Derry was a very high level. You know, absolutely dominated that game from start to finish, and I'm not sure how we lost it, but I know the goal we conceded we can do better on, but Liam Boyce in an offside position heading it in as well, I feel. But we had enough chance to win the game, and we're just, confidence is difficult, always difficult to evaluate. But you know, I felt the players played very well tonight. We've got to take that form into the Cork game.
You touched on confidence of the group there. I know Simon was saying, look, you've got to be consistent, keep the head down, keep on doing the things, and it will fall your way. How would you describe confidence of the group, and I suppose your job and kind of keeping that as high as you can? Obviously, I understand you're on the back of 3 losses, but
yeah, no, I think from my point of view, when I took the job, I wasn't going to rip the club up and start again. I think it was to build on some good players at the club, and to maximise their talent and improve players. And obviously, this time last year, when we came in, we were in a worse position, and we ended up going from 3rd bottom to being in contention on the second last day, and we got into Europe, which we felt was beyond us at that stage, and had a great run in Europe. So the problem is now we found ourselves, we've played below our and everyone else's expectations, because a lot of people felt we would challenge this year. Now, on the basis of our good form last year, but we have fell below that standard overall. But the margins are very, very fine all the time. The margins are very fine, and I think we've seen this time last year we had the capacity to win 9 in a row, which was an incredible run. But we have the capacity to win games in a row, but we've got to start. You know, obviously we've lost 3 in a row for our first time ever, so we've got to bounce back against Cork, because I actually watched that game against Drogheda and a couple of the recent games, and even though they're bottom of the table and Drogheda are at the other end of the table, they had 76% possession and played quite well against Drogheda tonight, and obviously scored an equaliser, and I missed a chance to win it. So Cork will be tough opposition. We've played them twice. We've managed to win both games, but they've been tough games, and we'll have to put in a strong performance. We need to get back to winning ways, and we need to do that, and we'll have to put in a strong performance.
You touched on there that obviously many people expect you to challenge this this season. We see swings throughout the season. We're only just over halfway through it. There's a 15-point gap between yourself and Shamrock Rovers. Do you still feel, you touched on if you can go on a run there, do you still feel in a position you can challenge?
We're not really thinking about that. That's maybe that's unrealistic. I think I think we've got to focus on trying to win games and get ourselves back amongst the European places, and that's what we have to aspire to do.
So you wouldn't focus too much on title talk right now, like you just want to get the form right?
Yeah, no, we're not in a position to do that. I don't think it'd be wise for me to be talking about winning league titles. I think we've got to focus on winning some matches. We've got the European games. Players worked incredibly hard to qualify for Europe, which was an incredible run of games to do that. We've got the games coming up. The first game which is a tough game in Lithuania, and we will face that in a couple of weeks. But first and foremost, we've Cork and Bohemians. Cork on Friday, and they'll be keen. They don't look like they're a bottom of the table team at all. So they'll be keen at home to do well. So we're going to have to really put in a big away performance to get the win that we need.
You obviously want to win games for various different reasons. You touched on it there with Europe just around the corner. Is it important in these two games before you walk away from the league a little bit to focus on Europe? Is it important against Bohs and Cork to try and get results right and get the performance you're looking for?
It is, yeah. It's very important, and so we must. I must say that we played with. I liked our performance against. Against Derry on Friday. I did like that performance for the majority of the game, and I feel if we can produce that level of performance, we'll score goals, and so that's more like it from our point of view. And we've got to sustain that now. We've got to use that try and replicate that level of performance and even improve it and take it into the Cork game.
You mentioned 2 good wins against Cork. I suppose from our point of view, you're on the TV tomorrow night. If it's anything like the game at Richmond Park, we're in for an absolute cracker. There's been some interesting games between yourselves and Cork this season. Yeah, we scored 2 great goals in Turner's Cross. The game in Inchicore we didn't play well, but we managed to come back from 2-1 down to win 3-2, which is a valiant effort, and so we need to start well now on Friday. Great, so best luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.